Welcome to your favorite cooking channel. Thank you once again for joining in. Everybody likes ice cream, and I love cocoa ice creams a lot. So I'm going to teach you one way to have your own homemade ice cream at home, especially if you find yourself in Ghana. I'm going to show you ingredients you can get on our Ghanaian markets for your tasty, yummy ice cream. Sometimes you just need to do something at home which is more healthy and more fun and more economical. So today, for my ice cream lovers, this is what you can be doing, especially if you find yourself in this part of Ghana. So yes, so cool like that, special like that. Yes, so let's delve in and let's see what goes in there. Don't be envious of me. You can also do some at home and enjoy it yourself. So you need milk powder. You need some milk powder which is dairy based. So I tend to buy the LP milk whenever I'm doing this for my ice creams. And then aside the milk powder, because you're going to do cocoa ice cream, you need the cocoa powder, the raw cocoa powder, bitter cocoa as we call it here. I added a bit of my apple crumbles, which I taught in this channel when I was doing the Gary soakings. So if you've not checked my Gary soakings, you can check it for the apple crumbles. Then I'm going to make use of some condensed milk. I also have it here. So there's condensed milk, which is very simple to do, and you can check it up as well. I do leave the link below as well. And you need, most importantly, this is actually it's called DOMO ice cream powder. So usually when you go to the market and you see you're buying ice cream powder, those who sell the LP milk or who sell the milk powders, the top stores usually get some from the ice cream powder. It's basically from whipped powder. So instead of using whipped cream, you can just have the whipped powder, and all you need is to just add some cold water and more milk to make most of it. So this makes ice cream making very easy. And of course, I'm going to use some essence. So I use vanilla essence because vanilla essence makes very good ice creams in there. And of course, water. So I use 200 ml of water in there. So I was using my food processor to make it easy for me. You can just hand do it in the bowl and it will work perfect for you. So you need to pour in all your ingredients in there. The quantities are down there. So I just added in all of them. The cocoa powder, the milk, the DOMO, the condensed milk. Then I just allowed my food processor to just mix it up totally for me. If you want it a bit lighter, you can add a little more water. So you can, instead of using 200 ml, you can just use like 300 or 350 ml. It shouldn't be too light, or the ice cream is not going to be too consistent. It's going to be a bit flaky, like more of ice than ice cream. So the water, you can just use 250 or 300 instead of 200 ml for this quantity of ice cream or this type of ice cream. And I'm going to allow the food processor to whisk it very well for me to get in more air and get it very smooth and fluffy. And you realize at a point I was using the spatula to move the other part around it, because sometimes it will mix and realize that there are parts of it which have not been well mixed together. I poured it in my bowl then for freezing, but I realized my bowl was too big, so I later poured it into a smaller bowl in there. And you realize how smooth and creamy it is. That's how you'd want your ice cream to be, because when you buy your top ice creams, the farm milk and all those ones, you realize they're always very smooth and creamy. And this is how to get your ice cream in there. So I poured it in a smaller bowl, and you can decide to foil it up. It's optional. The thing about foiling is usually you want to foil it so that when you freeze, just in case the lid gets sweaty or anything, it doesn't pour into it, then the top will be some way. But then you can do without it. You can decide not to foil it. It's still going to work for you. And you need to freeze this properly. I think mine wasn't overly frozen, so it was a bit softer. But then I still loved it because the taste was there. It was very creamy. It was very smooth. It was very soft. And oh my God, the taste. If you eat this, you may not really want to buy any ice cream outside. And the cost is way better and friendlier than the branded ones out there. So do give this ice cream recipe a try. Do support us by watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing. So we'll see you in the next food video. Lots of love from my team and I. Mwah.